All right, moving on, the return of Donald Trump to the White House marks an extraordinary moment in time for a lot of issues, not only the reversal of fortune for a man who seemed down and out, but to someone who many believe is now politically bulletproof. Here's tracking 4 big moments on the road to Donald Trump's comeback.
It'll be only the second time anyone has ever returned to the White House after previously losing a presidential re-election bid. Trump 2.0 marks a huge turnaround for a man whose first term in office ended in chaos and condemnation, even from members of his own party. Break down the journey into 4 big symbolic milestones or moments that brought Donald J. Trump back to power. On the 24th of August 2023, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office released this mugshot of Donald Trump, angry, defiant, ready to fight back. He'd been booked on charges of attempting to overturn the 2020 election result. The picture marked just one part of a series of sprawling criminal indictments laid out in 2023. Trump's campaign turned the picture around. Within hours, it had appeared on their website. It was plastered on t-shirts, bumper stickers and more, raising millions for Donald Trump's re-election effort. Polls went on to show that Trump's argument about a political witch hunt in the courtrooms was drawing him more support than ever. Moment 2. That first presidential debate between President Joe Biden and Donald Trump on the 27th of June brought forth a big turning point. As Biden stumbled and floundered in his reply to a question on the unresolved border issue, Trump knew he was right on top. Biden deciding to bow out of the contest was only a matter of time from there. Moment 3, the 13th of July at an open-air rally near Butler, Pennsylvania, and this. That bloodied ear was just one end of it. That pumped fist and the mouthed words beseeching his followers to quote-unquote fight as blood streaked his face reflected a rare determination. This picture of that fist pump became a symbol of Trump's rejuvenation. That this assassination attempt came a week before the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee says much of paths opening up. And then this. Donald Trump's appearance at the Republican convention in Milwaukee days after the assassination bid. That bandage strapped over one ear made an impact like little else. That walk through cheering crowds of delegates, some with tears in their eyes, before greeting political allies and members of his family, put Trump on a huge pedestal. The fight was on, and the results of the 2024 US presidential elections reveal that he won it.
Fight, fight, fight.
Bureau Report, WION World is One.
All right, let's cross over to Washington, D.C., right outside of the White House, where WION's very own Sidon Sybil is joining us live. Sidon, great to see you. What a night it was last night. What's the mood in Washington this morning?
Well, Susan, it was a long night. I hope you got the sleep. But essentially here in Washington, I spoke to many people on the ground and many people were optimistic and happy that Trump won, but also equal number of people who are not very optimistic. They hope that Donald Trump will be president for the entire country. But let me first give you a view of the White House. This is the White House on the historic day, that is 6th of November 2024, the day, of course, it becomes clear that Donald Trump is the next president of the United States, though Kamala Harris yet to concede defeat. It looks like it will be a long day today as well. We know that globally, congratulations have been pouring in the Indian Prime Minister, among the Israeli Prime Minister, were among the first leaders to congratulate Donald Trump. And essentially, we know that for India, it's a positive news. At least Indians believe so. We know that during the campaign trail, Donald Trump had talk positively about Prime Minister Modi and about India. And essentially, we know that when it comes to India, while it is positive, trade tensions can be something that will be key in terms of how the relationship goes forward. We know that Donald Trump has several times said that India is a tariff king. That means that he sees India as imposing a lot of tariff on American goods. That means reciprocity and more tariffs coming against Indian goods as well. That could lead to trade tensions. But for India's neighborhood, especially countries like Pakistan, worry on the issue of terrorism. For Bangladesh, when it comes to the situation of Hindu minorities. For China as well, there will be increased tariffs, no doubt on that. So all in all, a big day today here in Washington as more political developments continue as to how America not only chose the next president, but as to how the ongoing administration concedes the defeat.
That's right, Sadat. And also another history-making moment was, of course, the election of J.D. Vance as vice president, and the first Indian-American second lady will be running alongside her husband and the former president and Melania as well. Thank you so much for all those updates. I'll talk to you soon, Sadat. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.